Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and I'm a stylist in New York City, and I'm going to teach you how to completely transform your style and step into your power through your closet. It's not necessarily about the clothes, it's about what you feel wearing the clothes, right? I've done quite a few transformations with my clients so far, and I call it the style rebirth because you are completely stepping into a new version of yourself. And throughout this journey, a lot of people forget about the inner work that needs to happen before you can actually start to emanate and become this new version of yourself, right? Because it's not about just putting on a new outfit and now you're all of a sudden this new person. Unfortunately not. You have to do the inner work to align with that future person you are trying to become. So it's only natural that step one is figuring out who this person is that you want to become, right? What does this person walk like? What does she talk like? What does she stand like? What does she do for work? Right? Who is this person that you want to become? And how does this person feel when they step into a room? How do they feel when they get dressed every day? How do they feel when they wake up in the morning? Get clear on the top 3 things that you want to feel. And I want you to note this down, whether it's on paper, whether it's in your notepads in your phone, whatever it is that you will definitely check and go back to frequently. Write this down. What are the 3 things that you want this person to feel like? I would title it my inner boss babe or my inner CEO. And then I want you to create a vision board of sorts, and not the typical vision board of making money and, a house that you want in the future, of the job you want. No, I want you to create a vision board of that woman. What does she look like? What is she walking like? Who is she standing in front of? Is she in front of a boardroom? Is she in front of an audience on a stage? Like, who is this person? Get really clear and see her on paper. An easy way to create this board, you don't actually have to do it and print it out. That's also lovely, but I find that when people do that, it ends up somewhere in the back of their closet. They don't really look at it, right? Create a note in your phone. Okay, you title it what you title it, and I want you to write down the little notes about this person and then add pictures at the bottom. Everything can be in one place. You can go and refer back to that note in your phone whenever you need to. Okay, so go on Pinterest, go on Instagram, go find that influencer that you love or that celebrity that you love that really emanates and embodies this future person that you are trying to create. Now that you see this person, you know what she looks like, what she talks like, what she walks like, who she's standing in front of. What habits do you have to create to step into this version of yourself, right? Do you have to wake up early? Do you have to have better eating habits? Do you have to maybe listen to more affirmations or more motivational speeches to really get you into that powerful CEO mindset? Like, what do you have to do for yourself to be able to become this person, right? Because if you put these clothes on that maybe look the part, but you are not actually showing up as that person, it's just another person in a nice outfit. For example, for me, I want to, when I started wanting to get my own clients and started wanting to basically run my own business, at work, I'm also a leader at work. So even though I don't see myself continuing with this company, I show up the way I would show up in my own business, okay? I take on the responsibilities I would want to take on in my own business. I learn everything the store manager would have to learn. I learn everything the regional manager would have to learn. I'm constantly really refining this boss babe part of myself. And most importantly, I speak the part, I walk the part. Like, you can tell that I'm a person of, leadership in the building because that is the energy that I hold, right? And when I first started, I was a little uncomfortable being the manager or someone's boss, right? Because it was something new for me. But I knew that is what I wanted for my future. So although I felt uncomfortable, I still decided to show up as that person, right? We stepped into your inner self. Now we're going to step into your closet, which is what most people want to do. They want to get into the nitty gritty. They want to start taking things out of their closet, buy new clothes, right? So number 2, let's take a look at your closet. Refer back to your notes, your little list of your future self, and look at the things in your closet. Does this align? Does it align with the person you are trying to become? If it doesn't, start going through that closet and start removing those pieces that don't really work with the type of style that you are trying to step into. This is going to create some organization and some clarity of what pieces you already have aligned with this future self. Okay, you're going to be able to see everything more clearly. I want you to even go as far as separating the items. So pants you want to put in one area, blazers in another, tops in another, etc. You really want to like create this cohesive closet so that when you go in there, you know what you're missing and you know what needs to be bought. Now, with this vision board in mind, I want you to create at least 3 outfits with the clothes you currently have in your closet, okay? Create 3 outfits. As you are creating these outfits, you might figure out very quickly what is missing, okay? Is it basics? Do you have a closet full of layering pieces? Do you have basics that are worn down that you can't really wear, 3 times a week because it's not the quality, right? You want to look at, what pants fit well, what tops, you've outgrown. You really want to start to organize your space so that you can make space for the new. After we've gone through everything, now I want you to create a grocery list of sorts, okay? I want you to create a list of everything that you're missing. Start with the basics. The foundation in your closets is always basics. You have your slacks, right? Depending on where you're going style-wise, you have your pants, okay? Do you have a black pair of pants? Do you have a beige pair of pants? Do you have a perfect pair of jeans that fit you well? If you're someone who likes oversized, what oversized pants do you have in your closet that are working for you? Tops, okay? Do you have a plain white basic top that fits you well, that you feel comfortable in? Do you have a black one? Do you have a long sleeve? Do you have a short sleeve? You really want to go through these things and figure out what it is that you're missing and write the list down. This is step number 3, create that shopping list. If you are missing the foundation in your closet, it's going to be very hard to piece a bunch of different looks together. And it's not to say that your closet is going to be full of basics, no, but you want to make sure that you have those basics to wear under your layering pieces or your statement pieces, right? Those should be easy. You don't have to have 7 white tops. If you are purchasing these tops from a place of quality, you can have 1 short sleeve, 1 long sleeve, 1 turtleneck, 1 for going out, say 1 a little more elevated, you know what I mean? You don't need 10 different white tops, 10 different short sleeves, 10 different turtlenecks, okay? You want to create some cohesiveness and also not overburden yourself with so many things, because it's gonna just continue to create confusion when you are trying to get ready. So just keep it simple. You want to get all the basics that you can. We're not going shopping yet. You're just writing your list. You want to eliminate any overstimulation, any decision fatigue, and really just create that perfect foundation so that you can add on top of that. So the first 3 steps: 1, create that inner work and create that mood board in your notepad with everything you need to know about this future self. Start to create those habits. What habits do you need to step into? What things do you need to stop doing to become this new version of yourself? Step 2, you are going to basically detox your closet and create some organization and cohesiveness so that you know exactly where you stand. Step 3, you're going to create that grocery list for your basics, your foundation of your closet. You're going to create that list. You're going to go through it, see what what pieces you're missing for specific outfits that you want, and create that list for basics only. Now, this typically takes about a month when working with a client. The first 2 weeks of inner work or 1 week of inner work does not count. That is just basically not the consultation, but that is basically us getting an understanding of where the person stands and where they're going, right? Week 1 of actually doing the work is the closet detox. You really want to organize everything, get it together. This is what I do with my clients. And it's honestly a really fun experience because, once we're going through the closet and seeing what works and what doesn't, being a person who is a stylist and a professional in this industry, I can create more ideas with something that you might have thought did not align, right? We can find something that you no longer wear or no longer had seen use in and create a new form of wearing it, right? It's like finding new ways to wear things that you've had forever. The first month is a whole lot of clarity and really understanding what it is that you need and want. Step 4, everyone's favorite part, or maybe not, is shopping. We're gonna go shopping with our grocery list that we created. And again, we are just shopping for our foundation, which is the most important part. Now, of course, when my clients hire me, I do the shopping for them. But if you don't have this luxury, because having a stylist is of course a luxury experience that not everyone can take advantage of, I completely understand. If you cannot hire a professional, definitely find what's best for you. If you hate going to the mall or you hate going to stores, don't do that. Find a place online that sells quality pieces. You might have to spend a little bit more. Of course, stay within your budget. If you have to do this at a slower pace, that is okay. Start with the tops. What tops do you need, right? I'll link a bunch of stores below of places that I feel like sell quality pieces at a decent price, but you want to find those stores and shop for those basics online. It doesn't have to be done in one sitting. You don't have to purchase every single foundational item that you need in one purchase, right? So really go through and figure out what it is that you want right now. If it's the tops, because you have a nice amount of pants in there that you can work with, then get some tops. If you're lacking pants, you don't really have maybe maxi skirts that you really want to wear, then start to buy those pieces, right? You can start with one perfect pair of black slacks that you love, one perfect pair of jeans that you love. Let's just start with one at a time. Once you get them in at your house, I want you to start to create another set of looks with these pieces that you found. Okay, if you bought a pair of pants, I want you to try them on with that white top that you have and maybe that blazer that you have, right? I want you to see how it looks. How does it feel? Does it fit correctly? And once you get that in and you start to see if it aligns with your outfits, if it doesn't, return it. Okay, this whole process of buying and return can be a little frustrating, but again, you want to make sure that you're buying the pieces that you know you're gonna wear, because you do not want to continue this whole habit of having a closet of clothes that you don't wear because they don't quite fit right, they don't feel good on your body, they don't flatter, you know, your body type. You really want to buy these clothes and straight away figure out if it works or if it doesn't. Step 6, my favorite, shopping for statement pieces. Okay, now you've built that solid closet of perfect basics that you can now start to build upon. Okay, and when I say statement pieces, it doesn't have to be anything completely out of the box. If it makes you uncomfortable to wear something, a clothing piece that stands out a lot, you can start with statement pieces as your accessories. Okay, there are so many ways to accessorize your outfit and create that more personal style approach to an outfit. Now, again, I want you to go back to your notes. What in your notes are you missing statement piece wise? It can be a perfect pair of boots. It can be a super nice, vibrant, bright color of a scarf, or a scarf with a really cool pattern, or even maybe even a necklace that is a little different than the ones that you normally see. Rings are a great way to express yourself and have something a little different on your body, but not really going all out, right? There's some really maximalist type of dressers that love to just layer a bunch of pieces on and everything looks so you know, it's true to them and it's original to them and it's creating their own personal style and approach to fashion, right? But not everyone likes that approach. A lot of people are more minimalistic with their choices, right? I feel like I'm a little bit of both, you know. I won't go crazy with my outfits, but I definitely love layering bracelets. And usually I find these statement pieces at thrift stores. I love going thrifting, especially small mom and pop thrift stores. You can find some really cool items at like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army as well, but I find that the more neighborhood thrift stores are where it's at. They have all the cool items, all the one-of-a-kind pieces, and this just creates some more personalization to your style. Maybe it's vintage, they don't really sell these items anymore. Maybe you can, it's rare that you're gonna find more than one item of the same item at a thrift store. So this is where personal style comes into play, because you're actually finding what works for you and what stands out for you. Now I want you to do this at a slow pace as well. Don't go out and just shop for 1,000 statement pieces, okay? Find 5. a blazer that really stands out, maybe a pair of pants that have a really cool print or a silhouette to it, maybe even a dress. You can find a necklace or some other accessories, a hat, right? Find at least 5, something that you can pull out and put on, and it's always giving you this sense of confidence and this sense of originality. If I'm working with a client that really loves to have her statement pieces on her body as far as clothes goes, I will go thrifting. If they love really vibrant standout pieces as far as jewelry and stuff, I will also check thrift stores, but a great place for jewelry is definitely Etsy. They have a lot of cool shops that just create one-of-ones or create not as many as a big corporation would create, so you're still buying a piece that maybe not majority of the world would have. I love Etsy. I feel like it's extremely affordable. You can find gold plated, you can find $9.25 silver, you can really find real pieces that will last you a very long time for a very decent price. And last but not least, my tip in this video is you do not have to dress in luxury clothing for you to look expensive. Your basics can be affordable and still provide this sense of quality. You want to be able to shop for something that might cost a little bit more, but doesn't have to be at the very luxury scale. Sometimes the cheapest is not the best way to go. At the end of the day, you are investing in you. You're investing in this future self that you want to emanate, and that is important. So once I do all this with my clients, at the end, probably the last 3 weeks, I go in and create at least 10 outfits for them. I will show them how to use a certain thing many different ways, say like a scarf. There's so many ways to wear a scarf nowadays. You can wear it around your neck, around your head, around your waist, around your bag. I just show them how many different ways they can get creative with these pieces that they've purchased. So for you, you can easily go on Pinterest and find, let's say, ways to wear a tie. Make it a bow, they latch it around, make it a handle for their purse. They can wrap it around their waist as a belt. Just figure out so many different ways you can create with one item in your closet, and this will broaden your horizons. You'll be able to create so many fits with such little things because there's so many ways to wear that. So that's basically all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've been super MIA, but I'm back in the flow and I'm super excited to share all my style tips with you guys. And just wanted to let you know that I am opening some slots for new clients. If you do want to check me out, go into my bio. My website is www.essentiallyready.co, and you can go on there and you can book a consultation call with me. I would love to work with you guys. I'm also doing an end of the year special. Just comment below end of year special and I'll send you a code that you can use to be able to book a call for me for only $50. 2026 is right around the corner. If you start implementing these habits now, you can step into that new version of yourself next year, right? Set yourself up for success for 2026. Don't wait till January 1st to start figuring your life out, okay? Because it is not gonna stick, right? That's why people fall off of their New Year's resolutions 4 or 6 months into the year. You wanna start working on it now so that next year you're already in that version of you. Right? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.